2008, in a remote Siberian area, some archaeologists were excavating in a cave called Denisova. Suddenly, they found a small piece of bone in the soil. Research found that it was the smallest finger bone of a human hand. When they took this bone out and started research on it, they first thought that it might be the bone of a Neanderthal who lived 40,000 years ago. But after doing DNA and genetics tests, what they found was that it blew everyone's mind. This DNA was neither of a Neanderthal nor of a Homo sapiens like us. It was a completely new type of human DNA, which had never been seen in the world before this day. Welcome to Scope History Videos. Viewers, this small bone was actually of a young girl who lived on this earth about 50,000 years ago. And because it was found in the cave of Denisova, this genus was named Denisovans. As soon as this news came to the world, there was an uproar in the world of science, because the family tree of human evolution that we had made, according to which we are humans, i.e. Homo sapiens and Neanderthals before us, the whole tree was shaken. This discovery proved that there was a third type of human in the world who was walking with us on this earth. And the most surprising thing was that these Denisovans were not small, fat, or weak people. They had such abilities that even today's humans do not have. But despite being such a powerful and advanced generation, they are not mentioned in our history books. The biggest twist of this story is that although Denisovans are not alive today, but their DNA is still present in many living humans of the world. When scientists matched the DNA of the bone found in the cave with the DNA of people from different parts of the world, it was found that even today, 5% of Denisovans' DNA remains in the blood of people of Tibet, Mongolia, Papua New Guinea, and Australia. This means that at some point in time, these missing generations and our ancestors met each other, and together they moved the generations forward. But here a big question arises. Neanderthals, who were our other cousins, have found many of their species and fossils all over the world. But what about these Denisovans? As proof of their existence, all they have is a small finger bone, some teeth, a jaw found in the mountains of Tibet, and a skull found in China. That's all. Scientists are worried that a powerful generation that has left its DNA marks to today's humans, it should have had a lot of fossils. But why not? In 2010, when the news of Denisovans spread, the foundations of human history were shaken. Because the story was very simple before, that humans were born in Africa and migrated to other continents from there. Neanderthals lived in Europe, and sometimes they clashed with Homo sapiens, that is, humans. But the arrival of Denisovans has confused this clear story. The DNA found in that cave in Siberia proved that it was not just a small population. When they found more fossils in areas like Tibet and China, it became clear that the secret of Denisovans was spread all over Asia. They not only made populations there, but also shaped the immune system of the people there, their bodies, and even their brains. But the fact that fossils are so few is still a big secret. Now, when experts started looking at their body parts in a scientific way, it became quite easy to guess their shape and appearance. At first it seemed that maybe Denisovans would look like us humans, but it was not so. The skull found in China, which was named Dragon Man, the size of this skull was quite large and seemed abnormal compared to humans. Similarly, if we look at the skull found in Tibet, its thickness is twice that of today's human skull. Their teeth were so big that it looks like they belong to another animal in the world. The most surprising thing was the size of their brains. According to scientists, Denisovans had about 20% more brain space than us. It was not just the size of the skull, but it meant that their brains worked in some other advanced way. Does this mean that Denisovans were not ordinary humans, but they were superhumans who were forgotten over time? It is true that the size of the brain does not always indicate that that creature will be more intelligent. But when we go deep into the DNA of Denisovans, we get a different story. There are some neural pathways and genes in their DNA that control the development of the brain in a different way. This means that their memory processing was much more than ours, and they could understand complex patterns better than us. This is a surprising discovery of science, that our brain and body abilities are not just our own. When a common man struggles with lack of oxygen at a height of 10,000 feet, the people of Tibet live easily at a height of 14,000 feet. The secret of this is hidden in the EPAS1 gene in their DNA, which helps their blood to absorb oxygen from thin air. Interestingly, this gene is not Homo sapiens. but we have inherited it from Denisovans because the DNA of the bones found in the cave also contains the EPAS1 gene. Thousands of years ago, when our ancestors were in the fields, Denisovans lived on those extreme heights and snowy mountains and took over their genetics. Today, thanks to their DNA, the people of Tibet have the skill to live in difficult conditions. Not only oxygen, Denisovans also gave another big gift to future generations, and that was the best immune system, that is, the power to fight diseases. When people were dying of new diseases and epidemics in ancient times, Denisovans was walking comfortably among those epidemics as if he had a common cold. His gene had such a shield to fight diseases which he later gave to the locals of Oceania and Asia. Their immunity was so powerful that some researchers even believed that their cellular degradation was much slower than ours. In simple words, Denisovans lived longer than ordinary humans. They did not get old quickly and were mentally active till the end. If you combine all these qualities, a powerful body, a big brain, the power to live on mountains, the powerful immune system to fight diseases, and a long life, then it becomes a sample of a human's advanced and upgraded form. That is, a super civilization. Where the discovery of Denisovans has shaken our thinking about human history, their tolerance and ability to make tools has also given us a big shock. The biggest proof of this is a green bracelet found in the Denisova cave of Siberia in 2008, which is called a chlorite bracelet. At first glance, it looks like a new jewelry of a queen, but when carbon dating was done, it was found that it is 50,000 to 70,000 years old. The most amazing thing about this bracelet is not its shine, but it had a perfectly round hole in it. Experts believe that such a delicate polish and a completely straight hole was not possible in those days without high-speed rotary drilling. This is the same technology that we modern humans discovered thousands of years later. Seeing such engineering in the Stone Age, scientists were stunned. One expert even said that it is exactly like getting a new iPhone from an ancient Egyptian pyramid. This discovery proves that Denisovans not only had a strong body and special DNA, but their mental and technical development was far beyond our imagination. The story does not end here. In 2016, a 7-centimeter-long needle made of bone 50,000 years old from the same cave was also found, which surprisingly had a proper hole for threading. This is the oldest needle in the world, which proves that when our ancestors were only wrapping animal skins, Denisovans measured and sewed clothes. Making a pointed needle is proof that his mind understood planning, symmetry, and symmetry. He also made beautiful pearls from chicken eggs and left many symbolic 8 samples on the stones. Using symbols directly indicates that he had a strong tongue and a good way of speaking, which shows the higher order thinking of his mind. These discoveries have presented them as an extremely intelligent and talented generation instead of just proving them illiterate people living in caves. If you are not surprised by these little things, then get ready to hear something very big. Let's go to those mountainous areas of Asia where there are secrets that no one has been able to explain. There is a place called Mount Shoria among the dense jungles of Siberia. Here you will find such large and heavy stone blocks on the ground that if you want to pick up the highest and most modern cranes of today, they will also give up. Some of these blocks weigh more than 3,000 tons. If you look at the edges of these blocks, it looks like they have been cut with extreme care. The edges of these blocks are completely straight and cut at right angles. Mainstream geology often calls it a natural phenomenon and avoids it. But a very interesting fact is that this place comes right in the middle of the area which was the real home of Denisovans. Similarly, in Mongolia and all over Central Asia, thousands of perfectly cut stone slabs and magnificent stone houses have been discovered, which we call natural and move forward. They are present there where the common people of that era did not have so much understanding, and neither such tools that they could cut such heavy stone mountains and connect them in a special order. Another surprising feature of these megalithic sites is that they are aligned with celestial stars and the sun. These stones present in Mongolia stand in line with the sunrise and sunset of the year, or have been erected for a specific purpose, the same way we see in the pyramids, Stonehenge, and Mayan calendars of Egypt. So just think, did these later civilizations learn all this alone, or were they following the patterns made by Denisovans? Now the biggest question here is that if Denisovans were so advanced, then how did their generation die? Why is it that we have only found a few fossils of them? The surprising thing here is that until 40,000 years ago, when the last known body of Denisovans was alive, If we look at the timeline, then this was the time when the Homo sapiens, that is humans, set foot in Eurasia. History has witnessed that whenever two human generations have come together in one territory, there is only one left after that. Our generation was very large, very aggressive, and we were fierce. Genetics tells us that they married each other and interbreed. That's why their DNA is still there. But despite all this, why did their existence end? Some believe that it was a prehistoric genocide. That is, the biggest genocide of that time, in which ordinary humans eliminated the effect of this advanced generation from the world through quantity and cunning and suppressed their story. But one last theory that forces us to think the most is that it is beyond this genocide. This theory says that Denisovans saw the condition of the world and the bloodshed of the Homo sapiens and separated themselves. They hid in the heights of the mountains and deep caves, the same place that they liked anyway. And then, about 12,800 years ago, there was a huge destruction on the Earth. Science calls this era the Younger Dryas event. Fireballs falling from the sky, the sudden increase in temperature, melting of the ice sheet, and such big floods that destroyed the entire map of the world. This is the same era that has been called the reset of the world in religious stories, Noah's flood, and ancient stories. Perhaps this was the moment when this super civilization hidden in the mountains, with all its advanced tools and countless secrets, was buried under the soil forever. If left behind, then only a small bone of a finger which is telling us the story of their greatness today. If a whole super civilization can really be erased from history, then think about what else we have lost. And the most important question is how many more secrets are buried under the ground that are waiting to come out. I hope Scope History video like and share. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next great video.